Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Derek Martinez. The Hazleton Parks and Recreation Department is inviting the public to visit their Christmas Village. The Christmas Village has been open weekly on Sundays since September 8th, with unique activities each week. The third and final Christmas Village event of the season will take place this Sunday, December 22nd, at Candu Community Park, beginning at 2 p.m. The main attraction this week is an opportunity for free horse and carriage rides sponsored by Mayor Cassatt's Hazleton Revitalization Fund. Director of Hazleton Parks and Recreation, Ali McKittrick, said she is excited to bring these carriage rides to the Christmas Village and to give the people of Hazleton a fun and unique experience for the whole family.
I believe it's a 16 people can ride together on these, and the horses are Clydesdales, so you'll hear the clomping, you'll hear music and the jingle bells and lights, and it's really going to be fun.
McKittrick said that the Parks and Recreation Department is always looking for ways to build upon events like this for the community and introduce new activities for people to enjoy.
There's a lot of different pieces that you sort of juggle at the same time and pull it all together. But yeah, it's a finished product that feels really nice. That it's like, that's what we want people to see, is just the completed finished product. They don't have to worry about any of that planning stuff.
To see a full list of holiday events in Hazleton, visit hazletonfortheholidays.com. The Freeland Police Department has announced that their officers will now be equipped with body cameras. According to borough officials, the initial investment for the body cameras were made possible through donations from the Freeland American Legion and the Freeland VFW. With the help of the donations, 5 cameras were purchased for a total cost of $20,000. Borough officials say the donations covered 1/3 of the cost, but that the remainder of the payments will be made by the borough through a 4-year payment plan. The Freeland Borough Council will be holding a work session and meeting to discuss the body cameras on Thursday, December 19th, beginning at 5:30 p.m. The meeting is open to the public and will take place at the Borough Building, located at 526 Fern Street in Freeland. A woman is facing charges after Wilkes-Barre Township Police say she resisted arrest and injured an officer. According to police, officers were called to the scene at the Mohegan Arena around 7 a.m. on December 13th for reports of a female trespassing and loitering. Upon arriving, police say they spoke with Mariah Sky Alvarez, who became hostile and threatened to fight the officers. When police attempted to arrest Alvarez, officials say she scratched at an officer's face, slapped him, and attempted to kick him. Alvarez also reportedly attempted to slip her handcuffs and grab the groin and legs of another officer. Back at the police headquarters, police say Alvarez purposely urinated on herself and the bathroom floor. Upon further investigation, officers discovered that there was an active arrest warrant for Alvarez from Florida on assault charges and that multiple illegal narcotics were in her system. Alvarez has been charged with aggravated assault, resisting arrest, defying trespassing, institutional vandalism, and evading arrest, among other charges. She is currently behind bars at the Luzerne County Correctional Facility with denied bail. Coming up on WYLN News, 2 men are wanted by the Edwardsville Borough Police Department. Plus, we visit the Christmas Boulevard in Berwick. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
WYLN News brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network Express Care. Now open on the Airport Beltway in Hazel Township. Walk-in care 365 days a year for common illness and minor injuries.
My name is Alexander Bonomo. I'm 12 years old, and tomorrow's WYLN forecast is partly cloudy.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child could be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
In preparation for the Christmas season, Antonia's Jewelry and Repair is filled with special collections for this season of joy. We offer a variety of watches, including Bulova. Fine diamond jewelry in yellow, white, and rose gold. Engagement rings that can be custom designed so it is one of a kind. Diamond anniversary bands, rings, pendants, earrings, and more. Full service jewelry and watch repairs. Stop in to see Toni. Let her help you pick the perfect gift. Antonia's Jewelry and Repair, 289 Airport Road in Hazel Township.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Cheers Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in at 610 North Broad Street in West Hazelton, 570-454-7229. Cheers is proud to be celebrating 70 years in business. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Welcome back to WYLN News. Edwardsville police are attempting to identify the two suspects shown on screen. According to officials, the two males are wanted after they allegedly placed a skimmer device on a self-checkout machine at Price Chopper. Anyone with information regarding the identities of the suspects is asked to contact the Edwardsville Borough Police Department at 570-288-6484. The Christmas Boulevard in Berwick is open to the public for the holiday season. Each year, the Christmas Boulevard invites the public to enjoy a wide variety of Christmas displays on Market Street from the comfort of your vehicle. The drive-thru displays will be open from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. every night between now and New Year's Day. Admission is free, but donations are encouraged. WYLN is kicking off the Christmas season with a variety of holiday programming. This year, we're bringing back all your cooking favorites. You can catch Chef Lou's 2008 Christmas special airing at the dates and times shown on screen. Then we see what's cooking in Granny Grado's kitchen on December 21st and 23rd. Looking for some tasty appetizers? We have you covered on Ciao Bella beginning December 20th. Or take a look inside the kitchens of Kathy Cucci and the McDonald's as they whip up some holiday cuisine at the dates and times shown on screen. But that's not all. WYLN is also bringing some Hazelton holiday events into your living room with Hazelton's Can Do Christmas on Friday, December 20th and throughout the holiday season. You can also watch the Christ Lutheran Church Christmas Eve service beginning at 8 p.m. on Tuesday, December 24th and at 10 a.m. on Wednesday, December 25th. Looking for some holiday cheer? WYLN will be broadcasting a variety of holiday concerts, including the Sounds of the Season, featuring the Hazelton Philharmonic Orchestra. You can catch them on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day at the times shown on screen. Then we take a stroll down memory lane with a 1997 holiday performance by the Hazelton Area High School Band on Hometown Holiday. Or you can put on your dancing shoes and join us for a Polka Connection Christmas on December 24th. When you're done dancing, you can also join us for an exclusive interview with entertainer and piano man Tommy Zito on the Your Life Holiday Special. Or you can learn about the history of St. Nicholas on From Saint to Santa Claus, which will air on December 19th. You can also join us as we take a deep dive into Jewish holiday traditions with Rabbi Bogage and learn about the significance of Hanukkah on December 20th. Then Santa visits the studio for an exclusive interview on December 24th. Last but not least, we invite you to explore the biblical Christmas story with the story of the first Noel airing on December 21st. For a full list of our holiday programming, you can visit the WYLN News Facebook page for all the details. Coming up on Jim Thorpe's News Choice, Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Shamokin Part 3. Plus, we learn the dangers of overconsumption of alcohol on this week's Wellness Wednesday. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialist, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Cooking rice just isn't nice.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with Rice Robot, the 1, 2, 3 rice cooker. Watch, 1 add the white cup for rice, 2 add the blue cup for water, 3 click it and let Rice Robot perfectly cook it.
The secret is perfect cook technology that surrounds the rice with controlled heat for even cooking. Then Rice Robot senses when it's done, auto stops and keeps it warm to serve.
It won't burn, overcook or undercook, guaranteed.
And rice is just the beginning. Make mac and cheese, frittatas, oatmeals, soups and stews, even ramen dishes. And with a ceramic, ultra non-stick interior, cleanup's a breeze.
Get the complete Rice Robot cooking system with the steamer tray and 1-2-3 recipe guide, all for just $39.99. It comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. We'll even ship your entire order free. Order now.
1-800-640-8545.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
This holiday season, join WYLN for great holiday programming featuring The Can Do Christmas, Christ Lutheran Christmas Eve service, Sounds of the Season, Viewpoint with Santa, Polka Connection, Chef Lou Christmas, Holiday Cooking with Granny Rita, Holiday Baking with Jen Yamola, Your Life Holiday Special, From Saint to Claus, The Story of the First Noel, Hometown Holiday, and more. For a complete program guide, visit us on Facebook. WYLN TV 35, your home for the holiday station. A Path Through History is sponsored by the Old Jail Museum, 128 West Broad Street in Jim Thorpe. Call 570-325-5259 or visit them online at theoldjailmuseum.com.
Trolley lines reached from town to town as the 20th century approached. Shamokin would be crisscrossed by the tracks of a few different trolley lines during this time. The Shamokin Street Railway began operations in 1891. It would be reorganized as the Shamokin and Edgewood Electric Railway in 1900 and remained in service through 1929 when buses took over its route. Shamokin would also be connected to Mount Carmel in 1894 when the tracks of the Shamokin and Mount Carmel Electric Railway opened for service. The line was renamed to the Shamokin and Mount Carmel Transit Company in 1906 and operated under this name until it was also replaced by bus service in 1936. One benefit of the rise of trolley service was the fact that many trolley companies built amusement parks along their rides to increase ridership. For the Shamokin and Edgewood Electric Railway, which was led by Congressman Monroe Culp, it was a no-brainer to join this trend. In 1905, the company opened their own park on 97 acres of land outside Shamokin that could only be reached by the trolley. It was originally called Indian Park, but after a few years it was given its more lasting name of Edgewood Park. Taking advantage of deep woods and with many trails and a lake in which patrons could take boat rides, the park soon became a popular place to beat the heat during the summer. Its initial prize attraction was its Touring the Alps Scenic Railway roller coaster. It was destroyed in a windstorm in 1923, but subsequently rebuilt. Another popular attraction was the School of Mines, an indoor roller coaster that, like Knoebel's Black Diamond ride today, took guests on a trip through a stimulated coal mine inside a 4-story building. A pool, with space for 2 million gallons of water, opened in 1926. A carousel, bumper cars, the Temple of Mirth Funhouse, a penny arcade, train ride, and a deer park were also feature attractions at the park over the years. Edgewood Park was also home to a dance hall that attracted big names such as Duke Ellington over the years. The beginning of the end for Edgewood Park came in 1929 when trolley service to the park ended. Slowly but surely, the park's attractions were removed one by one as the years progressed. The carousel, School of Mines ride, and dance hall would be the final attractions left standing, and by the mid-1950s, they too would be torn down, leaving only the pool and lake. Edgewood Park officially closed in 1964. Today, the Shamokin Area High School complex stands in the park's former site. Baseball fans in Shamokin had much to root for as the 1910s began, with several local players becoming established major league stars. One was Jake Daubert, who reached the majors with the then Brooklyn Dodgers in 1910. The son of a coal miner, Daubert himself mined coal during the off-season, having started in the mines as a breaker boy at age 12. Indeed, when he was first offered a professional contract in 1906 by the Interstate League's Kane Mountaineers, he was not sure he wanted to give up guaranteed money for mining to play professionally, but his wife convinced him that it was worth a try. He would burst strongly onto the scene with the Dodgers, hitting .307 in his second season and becoming one of the National League's best defensive second basemen. Daubert would spend 9 seasons in Brooklyn, winning the ballot title in 1913 and 1914, and being named National League MVP in 1913 as well. Daubert was traded to Cincinnati in 1919 after he had sued notoriously cheap Dodgers owner Charles Ebbets for not paying him or the other players for the final month of the 1918 season. He immediately helped lead the Reds to a World Series title, scoring twice in the deciding game, which many of the opposing White Sox players in deep with gamblers attempted to throw, leading to the infamous Black Sox scandal. Daubert was an early proponent of player unionization, serving as vice president of the Baseball Players Fraternity, which pushed the owners for better playing conditions. At the end of the 1924 season, Daubert went for surgery for stomach pain that was believed to be appendicitis, but complications would arise after the operation, and he passed away on October 9, 1924. He rests today in Pottsville's Charles Baber Cemetery. Jake Daubert is a member of the Reds Team Hall of Fame today. Just as good a player was Stan Kowaleski. The son of Polish immigrants and one of 4 brothers to play professional ball, he got his first experience with the Tri-State League's Lancaster Red Roses in 1909. He'd be a September call-up for the Philadelphia A's in 1912, but with many strong pitchers already established on the roster, he was sent back to the minors after the season. It would be 4 years later when the then Cleveland Indians would give him a more formal chance in the majors. Kowaleski took the opportunity and ran with it. In 9 seasons with the team, he excelled on the mound, leading the Indians to the 1920 World Series title, pitching 3 complete games in the series. Although his best pitch, the spitball, was banned for safety reasons in 1920, Kowaleski is one of 17 pitchers that relied on it who were allowed to keep using it, and he in fact led the American League in strikeouts that season. After he was traded from Cleveland, where he was never truly happy playing, Kowaleski played for the Washington Senators and New York Yankees before retiring in 1927 with 215 career wins and 981 strikeouts. He was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1969. Stan Kowaleski died in 1984 and today rests in South Bend, Indiana's St. Joseph Cemetery. Despite the American promise of equality for all, women still did not have the right to vote in the 1910s. Many were determined to fight for that right no matter what. Among them was Kate Heffelfinger, who was born to a prominent Shamokin family in 1889. Her grandfather was Kimber Cleaver, who was given credit for coming up with the idea of laying a communications cable across the Atlantic. By 1917, she had joined the National Women's Party led by Alice Paul, which had vowed to push President Woodrow Wilson hard to give women voting rights. Wilson, although sympathetic at heart to their cause, did not think a federal women's voting law was the right answer, and walked out on an NWP delegation that had tried to reason with him on it during a January 1917 meeting. The NWP then began what became known as the silent picketing in front of the White House, marching in shifts to try and force the issue. Kate Heffelfinger was among those who marched for her rights on Pennsylvania Avenue over the ensuing months. At first, the protests were tolerated, but after America's entry into World War I later in 1917, the government decided to crack down in the interest of preserving national unity. Heffelfinger would be arrested on October 6, 1917, on the supposed charge of blocking traffic in front of the White House. She was sentenced to 6 months in prison and sent, along with many other suffragettes, to Virginia's Occoquan prison. There, many of the women would receive often brutal treatment from unsympathetic male guards who frequently beat, kicked, and choked their prisoners. By November, Heffelfinger had gone on a hunger strike to protest this treatment, which led prison officials to force feed her to counteract this tactic. She would eventually be transferred to a hospital before she was released on November 27, 1917. An appeals court had ruled she and the other suffragettes were being held illegally in Virginia, given they had been arrested in Washington, D.C. Their convictions would then be fully vacated as unconstitutional in March 1918. Heffelfinger would be arrested again in August 1918 after a demonstration in Lafayette Square, but hers and her companions' efforts would be worth it in the end, as ultimately the 19th Amendment guaranteeing American women the right to vote was ratified on August 18, 1920. Heffelfinger exercised her new rights by running for Congress, although she would lose to fellow Shamokin resident William McConnell. In her later years, Kate Heffelfinger would begin behaving erratically, possibly traumatized by the death of her mother and brother, and perhaps amplified by the effects of her mistreatment in prison. She became a major hoarder, filled her house with free-roaming chickens, and slept on hay bales by her front door. Finally, she was committed to the Danville State Hospital after throwing a rocking chair through her neighbor's window, and died there in 1958. Kate Heffelfinger rests today in Shamokin Cemetery. Work in the mines was dangerous business in the Shamokin area and beyond. Injuries were frequent and often brutal. Thus, it was a boon to area miners when the Shamokin State Hospital opened in 1912. Like many other hospitals in the coal region, its original core patients would be injured miners. For a time part of a state-run hospital system, the hospital was divested by Pennsylvania in 1992 and changed its name to Shamokin Area Community Hospital. It has since become part of the Geisinger Hospital system.
Hey, it's Justin from Grand Central, and our trained sleep professionals are here to help you sleep like never before. With an extensive line of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we are sure to find you the right mattress at the right price. Free delivery and removal, interest-free financing for up to 60 months, and same or next day delivery on select models.
And don't forget, everyday low prices. Stop in to one of our 2 locations, Route 93 in Nescopec,
or downtown Hazleton,
and see why Northeast and Central Pennsylvania sleeps better with Grand Central.
In preparation for the Christmas season, Antonia's Jewelry and Repair is filled with special collections for this season of joy. We offer a variety of watches, including Bulova. Fine diamond jewelry in yellow, white, and rose gold. Engagement rings that can be custom designed so it is one of a kind. Diamond anniversary bands, rings, pendants, earrings, and more. Full service jewelry and watch repairs. Stop in to see Toni. Let her help you pick the perfect gift. Antonia's Jewelry and Repair, 289 Airport Road in Hazel Township.
This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, Lanice was in a car accident about 7 months ago. 5 months of care in Philadelphia was not helping her. A co-worker said, "Try us out." She's not there yet, but she is improving. Come listen to her story.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
Hi, welcome to Wellness Wednesday. While I had the opportunity of having Dr. Kira Weaver, our Vice Chair of Hospital Emergency and Hospital Medicine here at Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton, in the studio, I thought we would do another segment to keep our community aware of some potential hazards that could come along if you don't take care of yourself the right way, if you will, especially during the holidays. So we're going to talk about overconsumption of alcoholic beverages. And I know a lot of us like a nice glass of wine or a bourbon or a beer or something like that. And with the holidays approaching, of course, there's parties to go to and everything like that. But Dr. Weaver, you know, I think we all know that you shouldn't overconsume alcohol, you shouldn't drive while you're inebriated or anything, but there's a lot of other things that could happen from over usage of alcohol. So let's talk about that.
Okay.
Okay.
So, you know, yeah, I don't think it's a lecture like, you know, that you shouldn't drink it all over the holidays, you know, but I think the big message here is moderation, right?
Yeah.
Like, so making sure that, you know, to not overdo it, just kind of make sure that everything's within moderation, and that alcohol consumption is appropriate for you, right? Because there's different things that can impact, you know, impact you with underlying medical conditions, even with moderate or, you know, minor consumption of alcohol. So that when, you know, people ingest alcohol, it does a lot of different things to, you know, the body. Like we always think about like, you know, what it does neurologically, why drinking and driving so bad, because like impairs, like it slows you down, like cognitively. And so, you know, that's one of the big things. The other part of it too is, you know, it can actually impair like some other functions. So like one of the things would be like your gag reflex. So if you get really nauseated, you vomit, you're actually at risk for aspiration.
Oh,
and that can cause breathing problems, pneumonia. Or the other thing it does is it impacts your, you know, ability to, you know, kind of keep your body temp at a normal, you know, temperature. You're more prone to hypothermia. So, you know, you can have a little bit lower body temp with alcohol consumption in excess. You get outside in the cold, maybe you fall, and then you can become, you know, a lot more hyperthermic a lot quicker. So it does have impacts like that.
You know, it was a good point you made, like, you know, what kind of medications you're on or what kind of, you know, that's going on with each individual person and how it affects us. I would have never even actually thought about that. So that was a good point, you know.
Yeah, medications particularly can really play a big role in like how your body, you know, metabolizes alcohol. Some of them, you know, also may be metabolized by the liver. So that's, you know, challenging in its own way too on how you clear alcohol. You know, you have to be careful, and it's maybe a conversation to check with your doctor to make sure alcohol consumption is appropriate. Because of the fact that, you know, you do need to watch, like if you're on anxiety medications, sleep medications, some heart medications, even antibiotics.
Right.
You know, you definitely need to watch and make sure that if you're going to consume alcohol over the holiday, that, you know, those medications aren't going to sedate you more or have effects on your heart.
Oh, absolutely. Anything else you'd like to mention about this?
I think one of the other things too, to kind of, you know, as people go into the holidays, make sure you drink enough water and, you know, basically make sure you stay hydrated.
Good point. Yeah.
That may help. You know, even with like, you know, moderation or, you know, consuming, you know, make sure you're staying hydrated well, because alcohol does dehydrate you.
Okay. Yeah.
And so, you know, just making sure, like, I think most of us don't drink enough water.
Yeah.
And water is healthy for you on a whole. So I think that's one thing that you can help with it, in addition to, you know, just watching, you know, and trying to prevent excessive consumption.
Plus eating also, make sure you eat too, right? I mean, you know, you don't want to do that on an empty stomach either. So we care about your health. We don't want to see you come to the emergency department, right? We want you to be safe, be healthy, and have a wonderful holiday season. Thank you so much again for your expertise. We really appreciate it.
No problem.
Awesome. And thank you for watching Wellness Wednesday.
Happy holidays.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.